Our newest girls just turned a month old this week. They've just undergone a pretty big change. So let's show you what they've done. When we first got the girls home, they came in this box as day-old chicks. And then for the first 4 weeks of their life, they were in this tote right here. And now at a month old, they have officially graduated to this nice big brooder pin. So this pin, as you can see underneath this tarp, is actually a child's playpen. So we just took a baby playpen and we put a tarp in it to keep all the dust and bedding inside of it, and then built this wooden frame on top to keep all the girls in. You can see them in there. But we made it so that it easily has a hinge and easily opens up. So that we can get in there to give them food and give them water and just hang out with them. But you can see it's a nice big area. They have been exploring and scratching a ton because they haven't had access to an area this big. But now they do, and they're loving it. They're playing on all of the roost toys and the other roosts and stairs that we've built. Of course, they still have their brooder plate. They don't use it much anymore since they have most of their feathers at this point, but they do occasionally go under there and just hide out and keep to themselves. So it's there as an option if they want to be on it or under it or just get away from each other. But it's really nice that they've had this time to graduate. They're all doing well, all 7 of them still. Like I said, getting most of their feathers in, still looking adorable, still growing every day. We've been doing their weights since they got here, and they are only a couple grams to start, and now they're in the hundreds of grams, so definitely growing and getting big. But just wanted to give you guys an update that we've moved the girls into this brooder and maybe tell you a little bit more about the brooder itself. Like I said, it's a playpen, and then we've put a tarp on it to keep all the bedding in. And it's nice because it has nice high walls for the girls, so they can't easily jump up to the top or get out of it. And also it just gives them a nice vertical space so they can fly around in here and jump around and run around. Also, like I said, we built the wooden top. We put supports down so that we could hang the feed and the water, which is really nice because these girls love to scratch and kick around the bedding. As you can see, all the places they've uncovered the tarps, and they'll kick the bedding into the food and into the water. And it's a big issue, especially when it's on the ground, but since we're able to hang it, we put it on a little chain link, so you can just adjust the links up as needed as they get bigger, so that it's higher up and less chance of bedding getting kicked in there. They still kick it in there for now as it's lower, because even they'll stand over here and kick it all the way over there. They're pretty good about it. So it's almost impossible to keep no bedding from going in there, but as they're growing, we can make it taller and make it harder for them to do that. So that's another nice benefit. The top itself is really nice, that it has the air holes so they can get plenty of air circulation, but it's nice and secure, so the cats, they like to come up here and just hang out on top and just watch the chicks all day, which is nice because it gives them entertainment and also gives the chicks something to look up at and get used to the cats as well. It's not too tall that the dogs can't come over and peek their heads in as well and check it out, which is it's good for everyone, get exposure. And other cool things that we like about this setup is that the baby playpen itself can be disassembled really easily. It's just a set of poles that collapse and the cover itself, so when we're done with it, we can easily store it and just puts it into this nice little bundle, and it's easy to put back up as well. It took us about 30 minutes to get everything all settled back in, and it doesn't take up too much storage. It's super lightweight. The heaviest thing is the top, because of course it's made out of wood, but if the whole thing was made out of wood, it'd be a lot heavier and it'd be more cumbersome to move around and assemble and everything like that. But playpen makes it super easy. and it's a nice option to fit into any spaces, because you can buy whatever size playpen you think will fit in your area and then just work around that. And all these other toys, a couple of them like the stairs and that middle roost, stuff that I just made out of scrap wood. We bought this little roost that they really liked, and it's just a really nice area for them to all hang out. Fits nicely in our home. It's not a permanent structure that we can't move and get rid of, so that's something we really like as well, is that every time the chicks are in here, we can set it up for them, take it down as soon as they're done, and easily accommodate to us. Like I said, the hanging food and water is a great option, as well as all the different toys and just a bunch of space. And the last thing that we really like, you can see here, we have some chicken overalls and boots. It's just to get in here and we'll just put their overalls on and the boots and just sit in here and hang out with the girls and just spend as much time as possible, get them used to us, and just come around and, you know, put the camera in, put your hands in, get them used to different sights. We just gave them food and some grubs in our hands yesterday, so they think that hands now have food in them, which is not a bad thing, but that's why they're all coming over all excited to check it out. But it's nice that they're in a bigger space that we can easily get ourselves into, reach them, spend time with them, and just really get them acclimated. Because even though these girls are a month old, they're still super tiny because they're bantams, which is really nice, and we're not really used to it. It's kind of wild, but it's nice that they are so tiny and they have such a big space, because this really allows them to spread their wings and jump around and really enjoy the time, which is good for us because these girls are going to be a little bit older than our last ones when we sent them out there. Our last girls were out there around 2 months old, but we'll probably wait about 3 months old to introduce these girls, just because there are bantams and they're not going to get that big. So we do want to be fully developed and ready to acclimate with those big girls outside. So it's nice that they have this nice big space, especially for them compared to their size, to grow up and to fit and really spread their wings and enjoy their time in here inside, and for us to be able to spend time with them and enjoy them and watch them. My workstation's right there, just throughout the day be able to look in at them and watch them and really enjoy seeing them play around and just having fun. So that's our 1 month update of these girls and a little bit of backstory about their brooder setup. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay Pyrfect.